There are several ways to approach this question. We're asked if a is an integer greater than 0. So let's just jot that down first. So a is greater than 0. Then this product, a times a plus 1 times a plus 3 is, and we have all of these answer choices. Now, if we consider the answer choices first, that's always what we want to kind of glance over the answer choices before we dive into a question. All of these are kind of conditions. When a is even, when a is odd, when a is odd, when a is odd, whenever a is odd, right? So we do kind of have a pattern going on here that our answer choice is going to be dependent on what happens if a is even or what happens if a is odd. And there's going to be one of these answer choices that's always going to happen no matter the case. So we can start with either or. It doesn't matter which. The more common choice we have here is when a is odd, so that would be kind of a good place to start. But again, it doesn't matter which one we start with. So let's test if a is odd. And let's take a look at our product. If a is odd, then we have an odd number times an odd number plus 1 would become even. And then we have an odd number plus 3 would also be even. And if we think about the properties of even and odd numbers when we multiply them out, the product of any two numbers, so long as there's one even number, that's going to result in an even number. So let's conclude a couple things. We know that this product is even automatically. If we have two even numbers times each other, that means that each of these numbers has a factor of 2, because that's what it means for our numbers to be even. So this number would be divisible by 2, and this number would also be divisible by 2, meaning the entire product is divisible by 4. If we take a look at our answer choices, we have when a is odd, yeah, it's even, but one of these particular answers stands out. Whenever a is odd, it's going to be divisible by 4. And that's true because we notice back here, one factor is even, another factor is even, they each have a factor of 2. That means the whole product will have a factor of 4, no matter what values we choose for a. So answer choice E stands out for us because whenever a is odd, it's always going to be divisible by 4. And we could rule out our answer choices and kind of work through a little bit faster, but it's definitely better to kind of notice and have those answer choices in our mind as we're working through and kind of noticing these patterns. Another option for us is to pick values for a. If we don't kind of notice the kind of abstractness and our properties, remember our even and odd properties here, we could always pick some values for a. And one option would be to start with an odd number for a, kind of reason it out. We'd probably have to pick a couple different choices to keep narrowing down our answer choices. And that's definitely doable for us, so either way would work here.